Yeah, thank you. Hello, audience. Hello. Excellent. Thank you very much to Fran. You know Fran. It's ages since we've gigged together. He always makes the effort to get my name about 93% correct. So, thank you very much. Do you know, he's been following my comedy career for quite some time. Him along with Mike. You all know Mike as well, Spiky Mike. Mike Bottomley sits in one of these seats which have been kept aside for him, but he couldn't make it. They've been following my comedy career for a long time. And I got a call from Mike himself on a landline. That's how desperate he was. He said, Demitris, you just need your big break in comedy. I said, excellent. He said, I've got just the gig for you. What are you doing on Tuesday, the 5th of April? And have you heard of Woollerton? Do you know the infamous venue of the Admiral Rodney? I said, I don't, but I'm excited about it. He said, good, it's excellent, and it is, it seems. I said, what I want though, you know how most comedy venues are in a separate room from a pub? I said, I don't really want that. That sounds just a bit too easy for me. Can you have it amongst the bar? Can the venue also have some of the audience around a corner that they can't see? I'd really also like, Mike, if you could, to have a spotlight blinding anyone who sits here to the point that they get here an hour and a half early to avoid sitting here. I want to be in front of a fireplace as well, if possible. I also want to have the wallpaper like a Turkish brothel. That's my kind of gig. Not a lot of audience, but a few dogs, that's what I want. So thank you very much. It's good. What is this as an audience? I'm trying to work out your age range. I'm 46. Who's under 46? Give me a cheer. Who's over 46? Give me a cheer. Yay. Excellent. Anyone over 65? Yeah. Oh, excellent. Anyone in their 70s? Yeah. Ah, a man in his 70s. Coming to a comedy night. Like, because my experiences of men in their 70s, they get a bit grumpy. Is that you, sir? Yeah. I don't know. It's just. Do you know who else is in his 70s? Vladimir Putin. This is the problem. He's just cranky. He's going through a midlife crisis. His generals next to him should just give him a tattoo and get him a Harley Davidson and all would be well in the world. It is. That's the thing. When you get to 70, you should not be in charge of a country with nuclear weapons. You shouldn't have the nuclear, but I don't even, my parents in their 70s, I don't even trust them with a remote control. They've got state television in Russia from a man controlling it who's 70. They should just be lucky they're not getting Country File looped around constantly. Anyway, thank you very much. He is correct. My name is Demitris. Deech, he did get it correct. I know I've been introduced on stage as Demitris bitch. So, good to have that. It's a Greek name. It's Demitris Deech. It's pronounced in Greece. It's generally actually shortened to Colin. So I always blame the parents for giving children these kind of names. I give the parents. Parents are cruel. They can give a child any name they like. And the worst are Hollywood celebrities. You may have heard of the pop star, the rapper Kanye West. Do you know what Kanye West called his daughter? Which one? Or which ones do you know?
There's Chicago, North.
North?
Yeah.
So it became Northwest. The other one is Chicago West. He is naming his children after a sat-nav direction when you've lost your route. If your surname is West, there are just 3 names to avoid. North, South, or Fred. That's it. Men are the worst at giving nicknames as well. They are. They're the worst. They're cruel. You'll go into a bar and you'll see a group of lads. And they'll be like, right, and they'll all have a nickname. Big Phil, Big Dave, Big Bob. Girls don't do that. They don't go meet my friend, Fat Jackie. it would be Johnny Jackie. That's why I'm jealous of girls. I'm jealous of women. I wish I was a woman. People say to me, well, maybe, Demitri, you could be gender fluid. Now, for those who don't know, if you're gender fluid, that's when you can't decide which gender that you want to be. You might wake up one day and decide you want to be a man. You might wake up the next day and decide you want to be a woman. It's fine, it's 2022, you can do whatever you like, as far as I'm concerned at this day. But I'll be honest with you, if you can't decide something, you're a woman. Now, I know how that joke goes down. It can split a room. Half the room might like it, the other half can't decide. But we don't we? Us guys, we play practical jokes on one another. When I was at university, 5 of us living together, all blokes living together, and the practical jokes we used to do. My favourite was when Tic Tacs brought out a brand new flavour of Tic Tac. And it was blue, this Tic Tac, a little bit bigger, and it was extra strong mint for people with stinky breath. And we thought, because it was blue and slightly bigger, it looked very similar to a Viagra tablet. So we thought it would be funny if we replaced our friend's stash of Viagra. One of our friends used Viagra because he said, take one of these and you could have sex for 11 hours. As if any girl wants 10.5 hours of boredom. Now we didn't do it, but we knew that it would be good to have done it because he would come back into the house with this brazen, cocky look on his face, go upstairs to what he thought was his secret stash of Viagra, and he thought he could take one of these, and in about 15 minutes time, he'd end up with a penis with the rigidity of a handle on a frying pan from John Lewis. And we'd be downstairs sniggering because we knew in about a quarter of an hour he may as well be trying to play snooker with a length of rope. He may as well have a sock full of jelly. And then we thought actually what would be even better, you see, we had another housemate who liked Tic Tacs. He would have had an erection for about 2 years. We did it was hilarious. He lost his job as a lifeguard at the kids' pool. This thing ruined his life, and you'd think all the girls would be interested in him, but he couldn't get a date, he couldn't get a girlfriend. His breath stunk. That's what men do. Anyway, you seem a nice audience. Any vegans here? Fran, are you really going to become a Buddhist? They have to be vegan. Any vegans here? Yeah, that's right. I've got nothing against vegans. That's cool. A lot of my friends are becoming vegan because they weren't getting enough attention as vegetarians. I'm just messing. I should be vegetarian myself. I'll be honest, because I think meat is murder. I do. I think it's harsh. I'm an animal lover. So but the thing is, I find meat tasty. That's the thing. But that's no excuse. That would be like Jimmy Savile saying they were sexy kids. It's no actual excuse. Yeah. But I should be vegan. But I'm a married man as well. I'm a married man. We got married 6 years ago, and my wife organised a wedding. My job was to organise the honeymoon. So I chose Thailand, which happens to be the sex capital of the world. It's where men go to buy a wife. I get off the plane with my wife. They're completely confused at passport control. Customs charged me corkage. So I decided to have one of these Thai massages that everyone seems to do. I get there and I say to, I get in there, like she starts taking off her clothes. So I say, no, I'm married. I showed her my ring. She showed me hers. So anyway, I took my clothes off, I got undressed, put a towel over me, then I took it off, I showed her my willy, she showed me hers. But then we decided that we'd have a child, we tried to have a child, and had a little girl called Eleni, which is another Greek name, it means bankrupt. But we were struggling to conceive, and so we went and had help. We spoke to our doctor to give it advice. And obviously I knew the rough idea that once in a month the woman oscillates or something. But the advice we had, because there's an age issue, because I'm 46, at the time I was 42, and my wife's 83. So, so there was an age issue, so it was always going to be difficult. And the advice that the doctor gave was just relax. Relax when you try to have sex and conceive. Don't put pressure on yourselves. So that's what I said. I went back to my wife. I said, look, we've got to relax. He's also said to try different positions. Not just the missionary position, not that successful. Try other ones. I said, look, we're going to try the doggy fashion, the wheelbarrow, the butterfly, the cowgirl, the reverse cowgirl, the rifleman, the countryman, the three-man unicorn, the Pegasus 2000, the beaver all-nighter, the crossland extender. She said, you have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't. Those are just caravans. Turns out I should just stop eating Tic Tacs. Anyway, my name is Demitris Deech. Thank you very much.